UFC London took place on Saturday. I'm late to my reaction because I needed to rewatch the fight, among some other things, but let's get into it. This was the worst card of the year by far. I hate the UFC. Uh, Everything about the UFC sucks. Starting off, Chanel Dyer gets the win over Ravana Oliveira. Pretty easy win for Chanel. Round 2 TKO. Ravana did look good in the first round. In the beginning of the second, she was looking pretty good, but once Chanel found her range, I mean, it was pretty much over. Ravana got clipped right in the cheek with the toe, and that was it. Good win for Chanel Dyer. She lost on the Contender Series, actually, and it was just such a brutal war that Dana White gave them both a contract, and she definitely proved herself tonight, getting performance of the night. Someone did get screwed out of a performance though. We'll get to that in a little bit though. Shamrock versus Abdul Karim Al Salwadi. Um, Abdul Karim Al Salwadi. Uh, Good work from Al Salwadi. You know, when you listen to your coach, it actually helps you, and there's fighters that just don't understand that. He looked good in all three rounds for the most part. He did slow down a little bit as the rounds went on. But overall, it was great, and I really liked watching his footwork. He was always moving, and he wasn't just standing still. Shamrock is an absolute dumbass. He'd throw like a 1-2, and then he'd sit there for 30 seconds to a minute. Like, shots every 10 seconds, it's not going to win you a fight. And you could tell Al Salwadi had aura from that SD Kid walkout song, 100%. So, and Shamrock needs to get cut because he's doing all this fucking aura farming, and the motherfucker, like, he trying to shake hands, he pushed Kareem at the, or not Kareem, yeah, Abdul Kareem Al Sawadi at the press conference. He starts trying to shake hands at the, it's like he's got John Silva syndrome, I swear. This dude just pisses me off. He needs to be cut along with someone else in here, and we'll get to that soon, don't worry. Louis Sutherland versus Brando Parich. Back-to-back W's for Brando. This was actually a good heavyweight fight. It wasn't like, oh, you see him gassing out and you're just laughing at him. This was actually one of the higher level heavyweight fights that we've seen. Sutherland did look good blitzing in the beginning, but Brando Parrish had the technique and just outdid him technique wise. The big knees that Brando was throwing to really helped. I don't think Sutherland was expecting that. You could see the reaction in his face. Just he didn't like it at all. And the post-fight speech from Brando Parrish, beautiful. So I thought this was an easy W for Mantis, but Antonio Tricoli's got a hell of a chin on him, dude. Like, it's insane. But you could tell Mantis was trying to get the finish early, trying to show off. Got tired in the end. Shout out to Antonio Tricoli. Uh, he's got an iron chin, dude. Um, Great striking by Mantis, though. Almost had him finish in the first round, and I think he almost had him finish twice in the second. So yeah, there was a huge elbow in the second where I thought Tricoli was done, but I guess not. I thought it was going to be a round one knockout, but it's all good. Um, Mario Pinto and Felipe Franco, pretty boring fight. You know, Pinto got a late replacement, and props to Franco for he showed off in this fight. I mean, Mario Pinto obviously wasn't expecting it, but he knows that Felipe Franco is dangerous. Um, Pretty boring fight. He did do very well for his, I think it was his first UFC fight. And he's defending takedowns from a guy that's like 30 pounds heavier than him. That's very impressive. But Mario Pinto, everybody's been saying he should have been striking more, and that's 100% true. He should have been striking more. I don't know what he was thinking. And for a minus 900 favorite, I think he was, I didn't expect it to go to decision at all, but it is what it is. shit performance. It happens. He kind of lost some hype now, but I'm sure he'll be back. Nathaniel Wood gets the win over Keita. Um, a lot of people are. I mean, this was close, but this is one I went back and watched. Technicality won that round. Nathaniel Wood was landing more shots. It might have looked like Keita was throwing more, but Nathaniel Wood was landing. Keita was throwing a lot, and he looked okay, but Nathaniel Wood was landing the shots. So, great win from Nathaniel Wood. This was a pretty entertaining fight to watch. So, good win. Nathaniel Wood not getting screwed over like he did in his last fight, which is good. Next up, fight of the night, absolutely deserved. Mason Jones is actually insane, and maybe I'm crazy, but throw this dude to Dan Hooker. I don't care. That would be an absolute war, okay? Mason Jones is an absolute dog. Uh, Beautiful by both men, dude. Sola took the first, I think. Last two were all Mason Jones. The combinations, along with knees, the pace that Mason Jones just put on Axel Sola was insane. And then that huge cut on Sola's face was just insane. Mason Jones is always bringing action, dude. There's never a boring fight with Mason Jones. It's amazing. We love it. He's kind of like a Drew Dober. Blech, fuck. Drew Dober, you know. We love Mason Jones. That was a sick fight. Thank God for this fight, because otherwise this card would have been like the worst card ever. It still might be, but this definitely helped the card a lot. So did Danny Silva. I knew this shit was going to happen. I wanted him to get slimed out, and he got slimed out. Danny Silva coming into enemy territory and getting the W. I already know the casuals. Early stoppage, early stoppage. He was done, dude. He fucking fell to his knees, okay? And then he got back up and then he went down again. Look at his fucking body language, dude. He was done. Fucking early stoppage. Fuck off. Seriously. He didn't do too bad in the first round, though. Like, he was, with the grappling, he was doing pretty good. But you can't stand with a striker like that, dude. And especially more experienced guy like Danny Silva. You can't be doing all that. So, good win for Danny Silva. Kind of feel bad for the dude. He didn't get a bonus, but, you know, it is what it is. It sucks. The UFC's a piece of fucking shit. Hopefully Dana helps the dude out, because he made a speech about something. His life was a little rough, so hopefully he gets something. Dolidze and Leroy Duncan. Christian Leroy Duncan did not win this fight. He'll never be a top contender, and he looked really uncomfortable on the ground. Roman Dolidze actually did a lot better than I thought. He did pretty well keeping distance, landed a couple good shots, but Christian Leroy Duncan did not win that at all. I'm just saying, like, this dude's never gonna be good. That he's like a MVP. Can't wait to get into him in a minute. But dude, he's just a spinning shit. If you get up close with him, like keep pressure on him, he's not gonna fucking beat you. This was just robbery. Like it was, you know. CLD is shit. Dolidze, he did a lot better than he did last time. It shows you levels. Like, you have Christian Leroy Duncan, then you have Anthony Hernandez. There's levels to this. Next up, Baranowski, Austin Lane. Insane, dude. This motherfucker is going to be my new favorite fighter to watch. Round 1, left hook. Knocked him down, then ground and pound. The last two fights from Baranowski, insane, dude. Austin Lane, bro. Glass chin. I don't think someone has a worse chin than Austin Lane. Seriously, bro. He needs to get out. For real. That was a fantastic win from Baranowski. Anyway, Um, this is the most boring fight I've ever seen, and it's hilarious how Michael Venom Page can go off on the fucking UFC fighter pay. And it's not UFC fighters get paid like shit. I'm not denying that. But then you go out and you put on a fucking performance like that. Fuck off. You're a fucking disgrace. Both these fucking guys need to be cut. I don't give a shit. I was pissed about it on Saturday when it happened. I'm still pissed about it. I thought it would die down, it is what it is. No. Both of these fucking guys need to be cut, especially MVP. Fuck him. Just disgusting. Um, Luke Riley and Michael Aswell, pretty good scrap. Um, Michael Aswell started well, believing in his fucking hams, what the fuck. Um, he's not too bad, but he can't have like a high level striking match with a guy like Luke Riley who's like he's very big on striking. Um, so this was a solid win from Luke Riley. I thought he would have won by second round knockout, but Michael Aswell, he did pretty good. That wasn't the performance Luke Riley was looking for. It was a dominant victory, but you could tell he was really upset with himself in the end. So good win for him. We'll see what's next. Maybe he'll be a big name in the featherweight division. We'll see. I think there's a betting scandal. Another one. So, hold on. Okay, so in the first 10 minutes, Evloev didn't get a takedown. He didn't even shoot for a motherfucking takedown. So, my theory was that Dana White had Mavsar's family. He took him hostage. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, they're not going to want him to win. And he wasn't winning. He was losing the striking battle in the first 3 rounds. He was. So I understand that wrestling's boring, like for the casuals, and you want to show off your hands, and he did get better as it goes on, but when he was losing the striking battle and he wasn't shooting at all, I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing? Do you want to win this fight? And he shouldn't have won this fight either. Um, yeah, the UFC's a joke. So I rewatched it. I watched it the first time on the website, and then I watched it again yesterday, and I got Lerone Murphy 1, 2, and 3, with the point being deducted in the third. It's 9-9. 4 and 5, 100% go to Mavsar. That shit's a draw. If anybody was gonna get like favored, I would think it'd be Lerone Murphy with he being in his home country, but Mavsar somehow gets it done. Um, I had high hopes for Mavsar, but I mean I haven't seen him fight in a while, so But after watching that fight, uh, there's Volk is gonna destroy him. It's what it is. Like that was a disgusting performance. This was a shit fucking card overall. This was a shit card. Probably one of the worst cards I've ever seen. Terrible. I thought I did think Lerone Murphy had it at first. I'm like, he definitely won that shit. But then I had to go back and think about the draw. So this fight should have been a draw. And they still might do John Silva for a fucking title shot. Who knows? But yeah, this was a shit card. Hopefully Seattle this week will be better. But this was just disgusting and hard to watch. We started off okay with the Chanel Dyer fight, but I mean that that was it. All these were fucking boring. Mantis going to decision wasn't expected. Pinto going decision wasn't expected. Banger here, banger here. It just was not a good card, dude. It just wasn't. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.